Chaitanya Madhyalila, Chapter 6, Deliberations Arun Bhattacharya, Text 208. अश्रु स्तंभ पुलक स्वेद कंपथर हरि नाचे गाए कांदे पदे प्रभु पद धरी. Sarun Bhattacharya's ecstasy is being described here. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has blessed him profusely by giving wisdom, by giving darshan, by giving ability to glorify, and by giving his personal embrace. So Sarvabhauma falls down in ecstasy and faints. Then he gets up and starts manifesting all symptoms of ecstasy over here. Now, there are many places in Chaitanya Charitamrita where ecstasy is expressed, and usually it is talked about how Lord Chaitanya is in ecstasy. Of course, there are places where the ecstasy of, say, Advaita Acharya or Haridas Thakur, especially when, say, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears in this world, that sort of ecstasy is also described. But along with that, essentially, the point is that Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Lord, relishing the supreme ecstasy of his supreme devotee. The supreme devotee, of course, is Srimati Radharani, and her supreme ecstasy is the Mahabhava. So Lord Chaitanya is relishing that, and while relishing that, he is demonstrating how one can rise to the zenith of devotion, of personal reciprocation, of the experience of the topmost ecstasy. And now this itself is a dazzling demonstration. Now suppose some person is, say, a virtuoso singer or a virtuoso dancer. Such a person dazzles everyone. And sometimes people go in thousands and thousands, paying thousands of dollars to just get one glimpse of a dazzling dancer. Now, there are many people who are also, say, budding dancers, aspiring dancers, and or an aspiring singer, and that on seeing that that celebrated dancer singer, others also start dancing, singing, and trying to imitate them and trying to become like that person. But usually, these people have to labor on their own, and they may just hold the original dancer, the champion dancer, the celebrated dancer, the star dancer as a model, as an inspiration. But that model, that inspiration cannot bestow the capacity to others. Can give some insider tips, but it's like, say, Sachin Tendulkar, the champion batsman. Sachin Tendulkar cannot make another person into Sachin Tendulkar again. Not even his own son can become another Sachin Tendulkar. That is a different person, and the champion can give some tips and maybe some tricks. But beyond that, every person is alone, and one person who has something mystical cannot bestow that on someone else. But here we see that Lord Chaitanya has this extraordinary, supreme ecstasy. Not just extraordinary. There is ordinary and there is extraordinary. And there can be many extraordinaries. But there can be only one supreme. So Lord Chaitanya is relishing the supreme ecstasy. And that itself is a dazzling, thrilling, stunning, overwhelming, mesmerizing, electrifying experience. But beyond that, that is not the that itself, for the souls who are trapped in this world, to get even a glimpse of what ecstasy for the Lord means, of how that ecstasy electrifies one's entire being. To understand even that is a thrilling experience. But beyond that, for a person to recognize that there is nothing greater than the recognition that one is the topmost, that one is the topmost benefactor, gifter, donor, because that ability, that ecstasy, that capacity to experience that ecstasy, if somebody can bestow that on someone else, that is amazing. As I said, a champion batsman or a champion dancer cannot just by, say, one touch of the head transform another person into a champion dancer or champion cricketer. But we see Sarum Bhattacharya is dancing in ecstasy and he's experiencing the same ecstatic emotions that Lord Chaitanya himself has experienced. This is Lord Chaitanya's extraordinary, unparalleled, supreme magnanimity, that he is able to bestow on others the ecstasy that he himself is experiencing. Now, of course, it is true that nobody can experience the Mahabhava with the same intensity and same pervasiveness as what Lord Chaitanya experiences. But still, Lord Chaitanya bestows even a glimpse of that, and that is such a transformational experience, that is unprecedented. Anarpita charit chiram. Anarpita, that which is not offered for a very, very long time. Lord Chaitanya is offering that. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says in one of the invocation verses of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, that which is not offered for a very, very long time, Lord Chaitanya has come to offer that. And to what people? To people whose intellectual orientations and philosophical conceptions were radically opposed to the reception of such a gift. And such is the unparalleled mercy of Lord Chaitanya, that he is able to offer something so phenomenal, and he is able to raise and anyone and everyone to the level of ecstasy that is depicted over there. So here we see the great mercy of Lord Chaitanya in doing such a thing, wherein he actually catapults his devotees to the zenith of ecstasy. He raises them to the topmost level of devotion and thereby enables them and thereby grants them the greatest benediction. Such is the import of Namo Mahavadanyaya, one who is a supremely merciful person. Such is Lord Chaitanya, and we are very fortunate to have the opportunity to receive his mercy and grow in devotion by his mercy. Thank you.